Hey everyone, RogueGold here, and today the Division 2 has some big things coming this week. Much of the Division conversation lately has been forward-looking, and rightfully so, after Division Day the other week and the PTS we had for Year 5 Season 1. People have been talking a lot about the new Descent mode, Year 5's promises like the new DLC and Seasons 2.0, everything we learned about the Division Heartland. It's all of course very exciting, but I think it's also caused many to overlook the fact that tomorrow the live Division 2 game has a big event set to occur, and that is the finale of Season 11. Tomorrow on May 9th, the final sub-target of Season 11, Auntie, will unlock, and that will of course subsequently grant us access to the prime target of this manhunt, which is Stovepipe. Now on one hand, this is something to look forward to because it's the climax of the season. These missions are always more intricate and unique than any others we get, and it's sure to be a great new story addition. But this time around, this mission has a little bit of extra weight and more expectation riding on it than normal, and so I want to go over why there is so much anticipation for this new mission dropping tomorrow and what it might mean for the future of the game, as well as what you can expect from it. If you end up enjoying the video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and be sure to click that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future uploads, including tomorrow when I will be going live to stream my reaction to the finale. Without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so let's just tackle the big question mark here. Why is Season 11's finale considered any more special and anticipated compared to seasons past? Firstly, I think we need to look back into 2022, and there were two things there that kind of got the ball rolling with all of this. For one, any time that the devs were asked about what they were most excited for in Year 4 or what they were most excited for players to experience, Season 11 was almost always mentioned. Now, over time, I think many misconstrued that to think that they meant the update as a whole, but if you actually go and look at what's said, especially after the Descent delay was announced, their actual sentiment was that they were very excited for players to experience the Season 11 story. Now, so far, we're 3 targets into Season 11, I'd say the story's been pretty good. Definitely more engaging than Season 10, in my opinion, and so far, I would say we're on par with Season 9, primarily in terms of the sheer intrigue and the comms that they've been offering. But for any season in this game, at least in their current structure, we all know that everything ties together in that prime manhunt mission. It's what made Season 9 so excellent and left some disappointed with Season 10. But by all accounts, we are being set up for a great ending mission here for Season 11 from the comms, and at least according to the devs, they think this will be a satisfying finale. Additionally, there were a host of Year 4 leaks that dropped at one point during last year. Now, I have not read those leaks, and I please ask that anybody listening who might have to not spoil people here in the comments. However, from people who have read them, again, the overwhelming sentiment that I've seen is that Season 11 is the banger. It's the thing that made people the most excited back then, and once again, that all ties together with the release of the prime target mission. So that is where some of the foundation of the anticipation for this finale began, and of course this was all months and months ago, but then of course we need to talk about what's been happening in Season 11 thus far, because it sets the stage for a pretty major event. Throughout the first 3 targets that we have faced, Chunks, Bantam, and Curse, the main through line has been that these newly combined Black Tusk and True Sons forces are scheming and taking reconnaissance of the DC area, and we've seen through the comms that each of these targets is relaying information to Natalia Sokolova. Analyzing settlement defenses, we saw them stalking the campus, placing strongholds across the city, setting up supply lines, and figuring out resource distribution, and of course, the Hunters have had a big part to play as well, as they've been present in every corner of the open world as they gain intel and send out the drones that we've encountered in the missions thus far. But on top of all of that, the most significant thing that we have learned is that it seems like their primary goal is to learn about the status of Barden Schaefer. They've been using drones to get aerial footage of the White House, seeing who comes and goes, who's on guard, etc., and somehow or another, every target that we've gotten gives us hints that they are itching to make a move. They've been very reserved so far, not going on the offensive. They collected huge amounts of intel, and it seems like they are nearly ready to strike. And I want to point all of your guys' attention to the Season 11 trailer as well, because a constant in these trailers is that they always seem to tease the locations and battles that will be occurring later on in the season, even if we don't yet know it. Case in point, Season's 4 trailer placed heavy emphasis on Camp White Oak. That's where we fought Faye later on. Season 10's trailer most recently showed us Anderson at the Fairview power plant. That's where we ended up tracking him down to in the mission. And in the Season 11 trailer, I'll play it on screen, the part that many have hyper-analyzed since it dropped is how it shows Natalia collecting all of these SHD watches and data before we then see the White House's power get shut down. And with everything we have heard in the comms up until now, some sort of assault or altercation at the White House seems all but inevitable. Again, with the Black Tusk True Sons force's main goal of either eliminating or recapturing Barton Schaefer, who is still in a coma. And to further reinforce this, as many have talked about since Season 11 began, this is coincidentally the season that we've now re-unlocked the castle settlement. There's now a vendor over there, a quest giver, a recal bench, stash, everything, and so the popular but certainly plausible theory that many have suggested is, what if we lose the White House? I mean, the Division has never really done a drastic open world changing event like that, but I think anything here is on the table. With how hyped up Season 11 has been by everyone, with how the story and trailers have guided us, and considering that this is the finale of Year 4, and at the time it was conceptualized and developed by Massive, they did not have confirmation that Year 5 would happen, I think regardless of how this plays out, tomorrow's mission is going to be fire. Whether we repel an attack, whether they try and sneak a hunter in to eliminate Schaefer, whether the White House is actually compromised and we all have to relocate to the castle, I have no idea how this is all going to play out, but I am super excited to see and play it for myself. That is all I've got for this quick little recap and breakdown of everything we are expecting tomorrow in the Division 2. Again, I know it's been overshadowed lately by everything that is coming, but I have a feeling that this is going to get people talking about the live game again. Let me know your thoughts on this whole discussion. Where is your anticipation level at for Season 11's finale? What do you think is actually going to happen? Could we really lose the White House? Whatever your guys' thoughts are, leave them down below and I will be very curious to read them. If you want to stay connected, be sure to check out the Twitter and Discord links in the description below and tune in tomorrow. As I mentioned earlier, I will be live streaming my playthrough and reaction to the Season 11 finale. So come back around 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and it's sure to be an awesome time. That's all I've got for you today, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. RogueGold. Out.